let's get back to the experts. Cool, perfect, right here.
Perfect. Digital forensics program director.
So this is, again, a digital forensic expert. This is the person's job that Tatum is trying to do. This is a digital forensic expert, okay?
Associate professor.
So he's here to kind of give context to Officer Tatum claiming like the Snapchat will be empty or some nonsense like that, right? So he's trying to give answers to certain things, and she's about to use these answers to grill Tatum, but she's bringing in these experts, and the reason why she's bringing in these experts is because when it comes to Tatum, Tatum will lie. And the untrained ear, people who really don't know what they're talking about, will kind of take his lie at face value because they don't know how to debunk it or they really don't know what he's talking about. So she's bringing on experts to actively debunk Tatum within their interview.
Professor George Mason University. Okay, can't argue with that. Okay, Dr. Jones, what will the evidence reveal? Let's just start on Nolan Wells' cell phone.
Okay.
Let's start with Snapchat.
Sure. So on his cell phone, any images taken for whatever app are going to be stored locally, at least temporarily. So Snap is one of those apps that deletes the picture afterwards. The key here is that when digital files are deleted, the data does not immediately go away. So the data is left intact at least for fractions of a second, sometimes hours, days, weeks. So what they'll find, assuming that they have access to the unencrypted data on the phone, is they will find bits and pieces of old text messages, videos, pictures taken, and that might reveal something that they can timestamp to the event in question, yet the picture is not still in the active files. That would suggest a deletion.
Okay, hold on just a moment. Let me see, Jones. Dr. Jones, I'm just a trial lawyer. I need you to explain carefully what you just said. Let me ask you some pointed questions.
Explain it.
Snap is different, very different. Hold on, doctor. Let me go to Tanya Jordan, Chief Parent Officer at Bark Parental Controls, author of Parenting in a Tech World. Snap is a whole nother can of worms. The other night, example, my son and I, John David, we both love Kung Fu. We're watching The Ultimate Ip Man, and I fell asleep. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and I looked at him. He was furiously on his phone, and of course that raises a red flag. Why is your son on the phone at 2 a.m.? I said, son, what are you doing? And he said, I'm responding to a snap. I'm like, let me see. Who's snapping you at 2 o'clock in the morning? It's some freaky dude in his underwear on the other side of the world. He went, gross, number one. And he said, they disappear. Okay. Snap. What is it?
Wait, pause, bro. Yo, that's how you know these people is old. We don't need her testimony, bro. We know how Snapchat works, homie, all right? When you post your Snapchat story, it saves locally, right? It saves in your archives, okay? But when you send a snap via, like, I don't know, bro, like to somebody, I guess it quote-unquote disappears, but I think at times it's still, well, no, like via DMs, it doesn't save. But looking back, yeah, we don't need somebody to give us an expert on like Snapchat, bro. We know what Snapchat is.
He wasn't taking pictures and on the boat, on the way out there. Where's all that? That's human behavior, which is not your forte. But Dr. Jones, explain to me what these subpoenas mean.
Okay.
Dr. Jones, from what we're learning in the last 24 hours.
So, okay, now they're discussing Nolan parents and the subpoena. So they're subpoenaing like the Snapchat and the social media sites to hand over anything, right? And anything, I guess that like they're turning over anything that may have gotten deleted. So Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, which I'll be real, I don't know why they need a subpoenas. Like, shouldn't the parents just say, hey, my kid died, can you turn over like whatever got deleted? But apparently you need to go through the legal system to get them to do this, which is weird.
Hours. Nolan's family demands all IP addresses. associated with his accounts, all communications, chats, posts, stories. You can explain later to Tanya what is a story, and all other information. The phone is critical because there's nothing on it for the critical hours. Subpoenas issued in the last hours to Snapchat, WhatsApp, TikTok, Meta, all Meta platforms, and all location tracking platforms, including Life 360. Okay, doctor, what does it mean?
So what they're trying to do is find everything that was pushed up to the servers. And as Tatiana pointed out, some of this content is encrypted as it goes through the servers. So they won't be able to see the content on the server, but they'll have a record that an image or a video or a message came through. So what I would be looking at is I would compare what the providers, the servers show to what's on the phone. And if I find a discrepancy, that would suggest that something has been deleted from the phone.
In other words, right? So the snap via DMs like disappears. Bro, like we're not boomers, but like we know how Snapchat works, okay? They're saying if by chance somebody like deleted like the chat logs, they'll be able to pull it up and shows, no, look, here's a chat log. They send this, they send this, they send this, they send this, but what's on Nolan's phone does not match up with what they sent. So to me, that's important.
So anybody that had access to the phone could easily delete something on the phone. Much harder to delete what's being held on the servers from the phone.
I assume his phone had a password. There are certain things that you need the password to do, such as delete activity. But if you don't have a password and you pick up your phone, if you're touching the screen, that leaves a trace. If you're trying to power it off, that leaves a trace. So we should be able to see people without a password trying to actively interact with that phone as well as someone that has it. So we would do a forensic acquisition, and that's really important here. Someone just looking in the phone, you can get a glimpse, but you can't see what's deleted and hiding below the surface. We need a forensic acquisition to do that. We can tell if it was just soft deleted, so like sitting in a trash can, or a hard delete. So if you empty your trash on your phone and then you go and throw it into a dumpster and the trash is taken away, there is a log that tracks everything. Also with timestamps on when that activity occurred.
Digital expert Heather Barnhart. Okay, is a subpoena, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jim Jones, is a subpoena the equivalent of an acquisition, a forensics digital acquisition?
Yeah, good question. No, very different. So the subpoena is going to the providers, the companies that provide these services, and it says, hey, what is on your servers? The physical acquisition is going to get a copy of the raw data stored on the phone. And to Heather's point, what you see through the interface is only a small fraction of what's actually stored on the device. It's a very busy place and things are being replaced and removed all the time. The physical acquisition will take a snapshot in time of anything that's left, in particular, the fragments. She also made a very good point about the logs. Phones, modern smartphones, keep very detailed logs. It's not the picture, but it will tell you that someone deleted a picture, and you may even have a timestamp or other metadata.
Yeah, okay, but here's why I think that's like that's a good point. But here's why I think that's if these kids deleted something from the phone, these kids are not dumb. Like we all know how to use an iPhone, bro. Like they're not like deleting something and then leaving it in recently deleted for 30 days. They're not doing that.
Right.
Like these kids are not dumb. Like they understand what recently deleted is. They like we all know how to work an iPhone. So if you delete something, you're gonna go to recently deleted and get rid of it. Mm-hmm. So I guess this subpoena is telling Apple, hey, do y'all have any record of anything being deleted?
Deleted on that day.
Is there a record? Now, can a dead person phone open up an iPhone? I think so. I think so 1,000%. Wait, in fact, here, I'm about to try it, okay? Okay? I'm about to close my eyes, okay? I'm about to close my eyes and see if my phone gets open. 1 second.
I don't think it'll work.
Wait,
Hold on.
it got open. Wait 1 second.
No. I should open all of it.
It got open. So yeah. So you feel me? Apparently you can.
that would help you know something about that content, even if you can't see the content anymore.
So, Dr. Jim Jones, if I delete something, let's just pretend it's a text. We delete a text. Then you go to the deleted file and delete it from the deleted file. We can't see it, but there is a record of that, and it is very likely revivable.
Yes, to the record, for sure. There's a record of that action happening. Revivability depends on how long it's been since it was deleted and what else the phone has been doing. So it's a very unpredictable process. Think of it as something that decays over time. Sometimes that decay is very rapid, sometimes it's slow.
And we know there's a difference in retrieval time.
Oh, hold on. Y'all think the phone unlocked once I open up my eyes, which probably makes it why I can't see it still being locked, right? Right? Because when I close my eyes and then I do this and then I open it and then it's open, y'all think it only opened right when I open up my eyes. Well, hey, man, shout out to y'all.
On an iPhone versus an Android,
I never tried to open
it's a
up
very
my phone
delicate
with my eyes closed.
process. John Mobley, veteran trial lawyer, South Carolina. What is it Nolan's mother wants from social media giants?
Everything. That's what they want. And I've been saying this from the beginning. These are the types of things they should have been doing from the beginning. Not press conferences, not grandstanding, not the all show no go, but getting the actual data from the phone so they can get real answers to put all the information regarding what happened in context. They will know if anything was posted, if anything was deleted, if it was communicating with someone. This is the real work that needs to be done. This is how we all get answers.
They're gonna solve everything once they get all that shit off from the data from what happened on his phone on that day on July 4th. Once they get all that from the Giants, it's over with. For real.
Hi, guys.
Now, okay, perfect. She gets back to Tatum right here. Right here is okay, perfect. One second. Right here. Perfect.
Records doesn't say that he didn't have service because every time
Ping trail. Okay, back to Officer Tatum, star of The Officer Tatum on YouTube. Did the young men you interviewed, I believe it was 4 of them, state that Nolan...
Now, Tatum interviewed 4, but only showed 2. He claims the other 2 ain't want to be on camera, so it's not an interview. He just talked to him.
Did not have reception, or did they explain why there are no pictures, text, instance, nothing on his phone? Did they have an explanation for that?
Yes, ma'am. They didn't mention anything about whether Nolan had service or not, but they articulated the reason why Nolan may not have, certain pictures on his phone. And they had mentioned because Nolan spent the night at their house the night before, because it's traditional for the last few years that they actually went to Horn Island together. But they were saying that they had taken pictures at the house. Some of the pictures that you've seen floating around online.
Yo, be very careful when somebody starts to interject information that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter like they took pictures the night before. It doesn't matter they took pictures at the house. It matters what happened to the photos or the pictures or the messages that was sent from the island. Right? Because again, you could take pictures on Snap and then save it and post later.
Yeah.
You could do that. Yo, you could take pictures on Snap, save it, and then post later. Even if the theory is, hey, man, he ain't have no service. Okay, cool. So he could have still taken pictures and saved it to post later. So what about that? So why didn't he do that?
Because it's traditional for the last few years that they actually went to Horn Island together. But they were saying that they had taken pictures at the house. Some of the pictures that you've seen floating around online were pictures that they took on the boat. But they didn't take those pictures when they got out, out there to Horn Island because they were having fun. And I would argue that they were drinking, and I couldn't imagine.
But other people was taking pictures. Other people who was drinking. The friends, but we see pictures of Nolan with his friends. They were drinking, and apparently those friends showed you pictures of them on the island. So the friends came to the island, and they was doing normal teenager activities. But you want us to believe that Nolan came to the island to drink and do coke. Man, you done lost your mind, Tatum.
They want to get underage drinking on camera. So what they had articulated to me that it wasn't abnormal for people not to snap and not to do a lot of pictures and things.
What? They literally have multiple pictures of Nolan and his friends with drinks in their hands. What are you talking about?
Cans is a can.
They literally have multiple pictures of Nolan and his friends with drinks in their hands. Oh, nah, man, they ain't snap because they ain't want to be caught drinking. Okay, cool. Then don't catch the drinking on camera. Then catch the other stuff. Put the drink down when you get on camera and then pick. But what are you talking about? This makes no sense to nobody, Tatum, but you.
Things like that because they were focused on
But you
being
told me
off of the
they
mainland.
showed you pictures and videos.
Yeah,
so
but
they
it's
did
not
take
uploaded.
pictures and videos.
No. It's not a lot of pictures and they weren't uploaded. So when you're talking about Snapchat, you're talking about a platform where people are uploading images and pictures to produce to the world. What they showed me were things that they had recorded on their phone, and it wasn't a lot of different things because most of what they did was drinking and having fun in the water. And so, what they had articulated to me as well is that it's not abnormal for people not to snap. It's not abnormal for you not to have your phone. And Nolan wasn't the only person that left his phone on the boat. They also mentioned to me, and you can see it in the interview that they did, was that they had no reason to touch Nolan's phone. They weren't thinking about Nolan's phone when they thought the boat was sinking. And when they got to the house, it was no incident.
Wait, pause. Hold on.
He lost me. He talking about all other type of shit that don't even supposed to be talked about, bro. Get to the fucking answer, bro. God damn, they ask you a question and give them an answer, bro. You beating around the fucking bush,
bro. Wait. Hold on, I'm confused. Okay,
like this dude.
Here's another element that crept past us that we forgot. Here's another element that we ain't pay attention to. Okay, if the boat is sinking and there are phones on the boat, what do you do with those phones? If the boats are sinking and there are phones on the boat, wouldn't the first thing you be like, hey, yo, bro, let's get the phones. Hey, bro, bring your phone on the boat. Yo, bro, here's your phone. The boat is sinking. Yo, bro, here's your phone. If the boat is sinking and somebody's phone is on the boat, what do you say? Hey, bro, here's your phone. Here's your phone, bro. Here's your phone, bro. I don't want your phone to get damaged by water. What are you talking about? Why would Nolan keep his phone on a sinking boat? Why would Nolan, right, and the rest keep their phone on a sinking boat? Why would they keep their phones on a sinking boat and not in their pockets or on their body?
It's crazy.
Man, come on, bro. Man, stop it, yo. This don't make no sense
Nolan
at all.
Getting the phone back to
Officer?
The friend and parent.
You're going far afield from my question. Let me redirect you back
Because that's
to
what he does. He
their
misdirects.
phones. Yeah. Nolan has nothing on his phone.
At all.
They have picked.
Tatum is like a pitcher. And you the better. He the pitcher. Tatum. You tell the nigga throw you a fastball, watch you hit a home run. He gonna give you a curveball. He wants you to strike out. Just think about it, y'all. Just think about that, man. Here, a curveball pitcher. He ain't nobody that try to strike you out. He try to beat around the bush. He give you a curveball and want you to swing at it and miss.
Pictures and videos on their phones. You told me that they exist, whether they posted them or not. So they were taking pictures and videos. Don't you see why Nolan's mom is concerned? There's nothing on her son's phone.
Well, Nancy, it's unclear exactly what the mother is articulating, because at one point she's concerned that there's not a lot of Snapchats or social media posting. She did not articulate, or the Benjamin Crump did not mention that there's nothing on his phone. So they're not saying.
Hold on, Tatum. Hold on, bro. Let's go back. Yo, Tatum is so deceptive. He's so deceptive. So when Tatum brought up, well, there's not a lot of things on their phones, he brought that up because he's about to say, well, there's not a lot of things on Nolan phones too. There was there was something. No. The mom and the father says there was nothing on the phone. There was no pictures in Nolan's phone from him on that island at all. None. Zero. Zilch. Don't put words in their mouth, right? If there was very little, if there was something, you would hear them say there was some pictures of Nolan on the island. There was something. But there was zero, none at all whatsoever. So now you're trying to lie and misrepresent the facts, which you've been doing this entire interview.
Yeah.
Bro, you've been getting cooked corner, lie, cooked corner, lie, cook. Bro, at this point is, bro, if anybody takes Tatum seriously, bro, I'm questioning like your intelligence.
Comes to Nolan getting the phone back to the friend and parent.
Redirect
You're going
Monty.
far afield from my question. Let me redirect you back to their phones. Nolan.
Redirect is crazy. You feel me? Put him on spot right there to there. Redirect is crazy. Officer.
Has nothing on his phone. They have pictures and videos on their phones. You told me that they exist, whether they posted them or not. So they were taking pictures and videos. Don't you see why the mom, Nolan's mom, is concerned there's nothing on her son's phone?
Well, Nancy, it's unclear exactly what the mother is articulating, because at one point she's concerned that there's not a lot of Snapchats or social media posting. She did not articulate, or the Benjamin Crumb did not mention that there's nothing on his phone. So they're not saying that the phone was wiped and there's no images or anything. She was concerned about his social media frequency, which I believe.
No. The mama said there was nothing. There was no pictures, no videos whatsoever from him on Horn Island. And the mama saying that's unusual. I know, bro, she knows her son.
She knows her son, bro. Everybody knows their son. Everybody knows their son, bro. She knows him from posting every day and stuff like that. He used to come to the room, say, Mom, let's take a picture, and he posted. He was that type of guy. Everything he do, he posted. There's a lot of kids out here like that, bro. They post everything on social media, bro. You know what I'm saying? They say some kids they're social media freaks. They just love it, they love social media.
The son is obsessed. Bro, we see Nolan do like 1,000 different TikToks. Like, he is a TikToker. He's somebody who creates content. Right. He loves content. So if Nolan is on an island with other people, and other people got Snapchats, got pictures, got videos, got everything, right? And the first excuse y'all came up with is, well, he didn't have anything on his Snap or his phone because he had no service. That was the first excuse. Well, he had no service. There was no service on the island. And then we seen Nancy Grace strategically and surgically deconstruct and break down that particular argument. Now there was service that you could use to upload stuff, but Nolan didn't do it because he was drinking. But everybody else was drinking, and they had pictures and they had videos, but Nolan had nothing. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, sir, come on, Tatum. Dog, Tatum, like, you foul, bro. You know you a nasty man, Tatum. Like, this ain't cool, bro. This is not cool, bro.
No images or anything. She was concerned about his social media frequency, which I believe after talking to the boys, it was consistent with what they said, and it was consistent with basic deductive reasoning that maybe he didn't post a lot on that day. So what remains a focus for me, and if I was investigating this
Not
case,
talking about
I
posting.
would want to know.
Not talking about whether he posted, officer.
No,
he didn't
what
even
I'm saying
take
is
anything.
that
there's no pictures. There's no anything.
Right.
That's what the mom is saying, but we haven't had an opportunity to either see or hear exactly what she's trying to articulate.
What? Yo, this man, Tatum is unbelievable, bruh. So Tatum takes Warren's word for it. Tatum takes Tristan's word to be gospel.
Yeah.
Tatum take the word of all the quote unquote like sources he has, right? So he takes their word for it. When they say, hey, this happened, he takes their word for it. When Nolan's own mama, who is in possession of the phone, who have seen the actual phone, Nolan mama have seen the actual phone. She has possession of the phone. And Nolan mama is saying, hey, bruh, there was no pictures in his phone, bruh. There was none. Sorry, there was none.
Nothing.
There was no pictures in his phone, bruh. Tatum says, we can't take the mama word for it. Why would the mama need to lie?
This dude is a fucking...
What incentive do the mama who's trying to solve her son's death, trying to find out what happened to her son, why would the mama lie about... So everybody else is telling the truth according to Tatum, but the mama is a liar. We need to, right? We now need an opportunity to see Nolan's phone. Now Tatum is saying the mama needs to give Nolan's phone to him. For him, Tatum, you are a sad person, Tatum.
That's what the mom is saying, but we haven't had an opportunity to either see or hear exactly what she's trying to articulate. Some of the things that she said in the media is that she's talking about posting. I don't believe she said that there was nothing at all on his phone.
You are a liar, Tatum. See, bro, and peep how he keeps saying nothing at all on his phone. No, the mama says there was nothing from Horn Island or from that day on his phone. That's what she says. Now, Tatum was trying to say in the history of him having his phone, I'm sure, bro, Nolan got TikToks and Snapchats and pictures and videos he took with his friends over the years he has owned his phone. But from that day and that day only, there's no pictures and videos, and that's suspicious. And you know that's suspicious, Tatum. But you're now stumbling, fumbling, digressing. Stop it, bro. She said there was nothing on that phone that day.
No pictures, no nothing. But I wasn't able to verify that. So if I was able to see Nolan's phone and the mother was able to show me exactly
it got to be confirmed by him now. Who the fuck is you? Come on, bro. Stop it. Why she got to confirm it to you? Who are you? The fuck?
This dude is this dude is unbelievable, bro. Tatum is, I ain't gonna lie, Tatum is unbelievable. Tatum is unbelievable, bruh. Tatum is unbelievable. Dog, do y'all hear this? Tatum is unbelievable. Tatum is unbelievable. Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this?
You dude Tatum's fucking idiot, dog. Fucking idiot.
Before Tatum had the interview with Warren, Tristan, and the rest of them, Officer Tatum was on this internet saying they're telling the truth. We need to believe them. We race hustlers. But now the mama who has possession of Nolan's phone, the mama who is looking at Nolan's phone, who has possession of Nolan's phone, that mama is apparently lying, and the mama needs to prove to Tatum, and the mama got to give Tatum the phone. Tatum, bro, hell ain't hot enough for you, bro. You're gonna get your karma one day, Tatum.
What she's articulating, I'll be able to have a better perspective in comparison to what Warren and the other boys were telling me. So at this point, I only have one side of it, and then I have a fractured perception from what the media or what the mother is saying in the media. So when the police officers look at his phone and they do a forensic extraction, if they're allowed to do that, they will see plainly if Nolan was on his phone, if he had taken pictures, and if they were deleted. Now, I'll implement this as we begin to try to guess and figure out what was happening on that day. It doesn't seem to be reasonable to suggest that the boys were in his phone deleting things. Now, after hanging out with...
Why wouldn't it be? Right? They had his phone. Say, listen, bro. The boat, quote unquote, started like started drowning at 3 p.m. or started sinking at 3 p.m. They had about an hour and 30 plus minutes, quote unquote, trying to fix the boat. You mean to tell me the boat is taking on water and phones are on the ground? And they didn't say, yo, Nolan, your phone, get your phone, bro. The water is going to damage it. Get your phone, bro. Nolan never said, hey, bro, pass me my phone before y'all leave. Right? Then they take it home.
With the boys and getting to know them well, they're very intelligent young men, very savvy, and they were raised well. I would project, if I were to make an assumption, that if they were trying to cover up something that happened to Nolan, I would perceive that they would throw the phone in the water or something where it never would be recovered. Or if they had access to get into the phone, they wouldn't just delete. They would just completely rewrite the phone or, do a hard reset.
Right, I kind of thought about that too. Like, if you was willing to kill somebody, then why would you hide their phone? If I'm trying to kill you, I'm throwing the phone in the water with your ass. I don't want to leave ain't no trace. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to leave no trace. So why would I keep the phone if I killed you, though? That's another thing, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of make this case weird and shit because they kept the phone and shit. It's kind of crazy, though. It's kind of weird, though. This case is fucking ridiculous, y'all. This case is weird, bro. It's like a fucking roller coaster, man. I ain't no way if I killed you, I'm going to keep your cell phone. If I'm throwing you in the water, the phone going to be right behind you, though. That's true. The phone going to be right behind you. That's the only way I get this nigga some credit at when he said that. Anything else he's saying is fucking gibberish, for real.
Or they wouldn't give the phone back to mama or the family anyway. So with those factors put in place and what I've talked to them about, it seems as if their story seems consistent to me that they did not get in the phone. They did not know his password. They had no reason to believe that there was a necessity to get in the phone.
Officer,
and they gave it over to the family.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I'm not taking anybody's word for anything until I investigate it and corroborate it.
Right. She did not take your side right there. She said she ain't taking nobody's side. Remember earlier he said that she took his side and shit like, she hope, yeah. We all hope it when that he drowned, you know what I'm saying? We all hope that. We just don't hope nobody killed him, but the way the story looked like, he got killed.
But Tatum has taken a word of all the other people's, but has refused to take in a word of Nolan's own family. Like, ain't that crazy?
Again,
that's fair.
Maybe they're completely innocent. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Or maybe someone else had something to do with Nolan's death. I don't know, but I will find out. And you said, I don't know what she said exactly. Well, here is what Nolan's mother said.
When we opened it up, there was nothing. There were no saved pictures. There were no snaps from that day. And we did open it before the 24-hour expiration. So we found that very concerning.
Yo, and here's, Finn, come on. Come on. No saved pictures, no snaps, no nothing before 24 hours is up. Now, Tatum just got caught saying she never said it was nothing. Come on, bro. This was not a good interview. Yo, listen, after this interview, I think Tatum will be more selective in the interviews he chose to do. See, when Tatum is doing interviews with people he believes he's smarter than, oh, he's running up amok. Oh, he's confident. Oh, he's brash. Yo, she exposed you she turned you every way but loose. She exposed you in every direction. Here's the mama saying there was nothing saved. Something that Tatum claims the mama never said.
Only because anyone who's ever been around Nolan will tell you at social gatherings, he's taking videos, he's taking pictures, he's even come up to me when I'm getting ready to go to bed, hey Ma, come on, take a picture of me. You know, like that was Nolan. So that's why we feel that things may have been deleted, was because of the fact that there was nothing in either one of his accounts.
Okay, to Tanya Jordan.
I bet. So that, yeah, listen, man, like they got Tatum out of there. Okay. So two things. Should we get to welcome? Matter of fact, hey, listen, we'll get to that, okay? Here, Again, we got to do a hard stop right now because I got to go. But tonight, people, which is tonight at, let me see. Tonight at 11 p.m. Central, 12 a.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, we're going live again. And we're going live to talk about Warren's father putting up $50,000 for the reward, Bart snitching on 20 people, Nolan's family responding back to Tatum's interview with Tristan, and other pop topics, okay? So we're responding back tonight. Now, let's get to the super chats before we go. But tonight at 11 p.m. Central, and I'm going to schedule a live right when we're done so y'all know to show back up, okay?